Hey everybody, how you doing? Maddie here, BSN Live. Thank you very much for joining us on WTF Wednesday. Today, we're talking with Ben about some of the things he's finding out about the Facebook Live feature, and some of the other WTFs we've had in recent times. Thanks for staying tuned. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we're also on Anchor.fm podcast. Thanks so much again, and here's the episode.
Just started with the what the F, yeah.
No, we just we're live, dude. Talk about it, man.
Yeah, it's okay. That's why we're doing this every day.
Hey, welcome everybody. WTF Wednesday. This is take 2. If you did catch us a moment ago briefly, I did start up the live, and these are some of the things that we need to overcome. Facebook is overloaded with a lot of people doing live videos. We're streaming also on Zoom, so that definitely takes a lot of capabilities. So we got kicked off a moment ago, so now we had to restart. And you know what? Sometimes I know I fall victim to this huge, where I get into my own head and I get frazzled, and then it makes things more difficult when those things do happen, when you do get frazzled, to get through it. So what I just learned about myself, and not that I haven't known this, and I just kind of wanted to know, but this is what I learned. Take a deep breath, just trying to focus for about 3 or 4 seconds just to calm down and then get through it, because that few seconds is not wasted, because you're going to calm yourself enough to get through it and save that 10, 20 multiplied of those 3 seconds. You know what I mean? So in this case, we got kicked off. We had to restart everything. It was just a matter of taking, what was it, 1 minute we were down? And
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Deal,
yeah,
right?
we got it. We lost a minute. Yeah, we had. So this is welcome to What the F Wednesday. What the, you know that we get all that happens to all of us, man. That happens to. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. We just started off we actually had to start off with a good conversation.
Totally.
Okay, great. And I looked down and there's nobody. The live wasn't streaming into the group, right? So I'm like, hey, by the way, and it's okay. So this is the kind of this is the journey, guys. I appreciate everyone joining our journey when we're practicing these Zooms. So you guys can see when you guys want to do a Zoom, when you guys want to do a live video, all the mistakes that are happening. There's some, sometimes I go back and we do kind of say, okay, let's start here, and that's because they're not necessary for you guys to see. But we're going to share those experiences with you guys. So yesterday, I had a one-on-one live with Tyson. This guy is awesome. He has a lot of great value. I learned a lot from him. We all have to be students. We all have to be with our eyes open. We talked about you talked about this, right? So one of the things, my goal right now is to do a one-on-one live with a guest every single day.
Right.
I know Matt's always going to jump in with me, but my goal is to push you and to have this conversation with you guys, the people that are involved with us, people that are talking with us, because I want to learn for myself, and I want others to learn as we're all in here. And one of the things that we did learn, there's going to be when you first start the Facebook Live feature, especially if you're doing a guest, there's going to be hiccups. You're going to have to wait for that person to come on. You're going to have to wait to see. You almost get a little impatient. I'm all like, okay, so what am I going to talk about?
Trying to fill that gap of space.
Exactly.
You're like, how long that's going to be.
Yeah, because the other person's trying to jump on. Maybe it's their first time. They don't have the app. They're using it. They haven't updated the app, right? I don't know. There's so many other issues. One of the big what the F's that we did realize was the microphone is so sensitive on Facebook Live.
Absolutely. Even more so than anything else.
Yeah. Zoom isn't too bad. I'm wearing the headphones today just because I want this is my test with you. Because last time we talked about, I was wearing my hoodie with the zipper and you said it was touching.
Oh, yes.
So no hoodie today, guys. I'm not wearing a hoodie with a zipper. So yeah, you can.
You sound super clear, by the way. Very, very clear.
Yeah. So I'm not wearing the hoodie today. I love the hoodie because it's I put it on in the morning, so this is kind of me, but no hoodie. So the zipper is not going to be touching the microphone. So we'll test it out, see how that works. But the sound has to sound right, right? Or people are not going to listen to you. People are not going to engage with you. And that conversation, after we got up through the hiccups, it was 5 minutes of like just kind of dealing with it. And then that conversation became, so many people got involved in that. Not so many, but we had great comments. It was a lot of engagement. It's actually got a lot of views. People were actually on there. And that's just kind of like the idea of the Facebook Lives. And one of the what the F's that you can avoid from having from dealing with now is you trying to entertain the audience by yourself. That's what I love about the Facebook, right? And people are just like, I'm telling you, like, it's so hard. And if you see my videos from the beginning, when I first started, I was like, yeah, and then and like, and so we all do those. It's okay. It's okay. Go back to those. And eventually, when you're recreating yourself, you're actually recreating yourself to be a stronger person.
And this is a skill. It's a learned skill. It's not something that, as you guys know, as I've learned and you have as well, this is not something that comes absolutely natural. To be able to present yourself well in front of a camera, have a good conversation, be able to speak intelligently, convey a thought, whatever.
Yeah.
This isn't easy to say. It is all about practice and learning and understanding.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's going to be the same thing when you're talking to your customers or your clients, or you're having a one-on-one conversation with whomever. If you're in business, you need to practice these conversations. Oh. I'm going to tell you right now, when you and I started talking, when I started doing more lives, when I started watching myself back, when we're all at work, and a lot of you guys know, I work in luxury retail. I'm in sales. I work on Las Vegas Strip. This is my main business. My level of communicating with my clients went to a different level when I started doing lives. Or just meeting people randomly. And when I talk to people, I was able to just have a different conversation before. I don't know. Their energy felt so much better. It's crazy. So practice. If it's just once a week, twice a week, when the time comes for you to get on the phone and have this conversation, and you and I've even seen you, my friend. I've seen you grow like so much from when you first started, and your confidence now. You would think Matt was doing this that was his profession. You could be like to me, I think you could. That's why I would say take the lead on this, because to me, I'm not trying to boost your ego, man, but I'm just trying to tell you, like, you're at a different level because you've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced, and I've seen you.
I appreciate it. I put a lot of work in.
Yeah, you put a lot of work into it, and that was the main conversation, is the action. You can tell me all you want. Oh, I want a business. I want to do my own thing. I want my business page. I want to run ads. And okay, fine. Okay, great. But the thing is, though, you got to know how to talk to the customer when the customer has a question. You got to have a conversation. Right. You got to have that faith. You got to practice being patient with people's impatience, right?
Absolutely. And listening and being able to process that information quickly. If you have somebody that's impatient, we do a lot of, cold calling, or you have somebody in your location right at your storefront. You got somebody that's rushing off. You need to know how to, recognize their impatience, maybe, do a lot of mirroring and all that. And there's a lot of conversation there we could go to. But
sure.
You want to meet people where they're at, and then you need to be able to, convey your message. Hey, I can help you, and these are the things, and blah, 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 whatever that is for you.
No, absolutely. So our whole message today is we're talking about What the F Wednesday, but we don't want to, you guys or the people that are on the verge next year. I'm pretty sure we're going to be still doing the What the F Wednesdays. I think this is a great topic, but don't have a What the F Wednesday. Don't have a What the F Wednesday a year from now, or 6 months from now, or after this whole. And you haven't done anything, and then you're going to be like, oh, I think the worst what the F or what the is your time. How much time?
Oh my God, I've wasted too much. With products, with go as far as seeing some wrong information and going down the wrong roads.
Sure. Yeah.
It's so crucial and expensive.
Expensive. Yeah, we talked about this. I've spent money on on webinars and training, sales trainings and seminars, and you know, I got the cool pen, and I'm like, a lot of information is just regurgitated. Everyone's just re-spilling the whole. It's just their conversation, right?
With a little bit different offer,
Yeah,
different, maybe a little bit different hook.
sure.
But you know what? And that's really the bottom line of this. This is all the same stuff. What sales? You know, you could throw in your NLPs, and you could throw in these
Sure.
terms all you want, but all this has been around for years. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the ones that are successful are the ones that are building relationships, and I think that's the underlying power of sales, is being able to build a relationship out of nothing. That's hard to do. You know, that's hard to just introduce yourself, say, hey, this is what I'm about. This is what I can do for you. Hey, you know, come along with my journey, or hey, let me lead you the way, whatever it is. That's extremely difficult to do.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. It's you know, anyways, I agree, man. I don't know if it's, like I said, we talked about, yesterday I was talking with Tyson, and it was, a lot of it has to do with just writing your goals down. I can tell you right now, I write them down. I put my notes down, in my notes, and I'll just put a one goal and try to accomplish that goal. Make it simple. Even if it's like house chores, start simple. Like, okay, like write your list and say, hey, you know, today I'm gonna, you know, clean the backyard. If you guys see me, I do videos of me cleaning and like that. But those are part of my goals. Those are my goals. Those are things that I do. And then I talk to my wife and I tell her, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And then I'm scratch it off. And then next week I have a new week strategy. And then, so you have to start somewhere, but don't wait
as well.
Yeah. A sense of accomplishment. And you got to have that sense of accomplishment.
You know?
Yeah. So yeah, you know, I'll tell you one of the things I'm always working on, guys, is my patience. And people say, oh, Ben, you're so mellow. You're so, man, it's because I'm working on it. I'm working. No, man, I'm telling you, I'm a very, and this is the reason why I've become this way, is because a lot of the things, especially in martial arts, I'm at a level where I can train people and coach people and give them information, but I don't like wasting time with people that don't want to absorb that information or connect, right? So this is why me and Maddie are doing this. So we love to share, talk. This is a lot of it's just me and you
right.
growing together, and we're letting people come in and listening to us, right? It's like we're spilling the beans on a lot of stuff with each other. Like, hey, you know, and you and I grow and we grow and we step out. So
and that's us practicing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think one of the things I try and do a lot at this point in my career, in my life, is if you're talking to me about doing something and you're not doing those things, I'm going to think twice about what you're telling me, right? You see all these people, oh, these are the things you need to do. This is how you need to do this. But if you're not out there leading the way and walking the walk, you know, what are you telling me this for? This is just something you've read somewhere and you're trying to tell me some good information. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you want me to follow you, then I need to see you actually implementing. And that's what we do every single day.
Exactly. There was an awesome quote. I'll find that quote again. I don't know who, it was just kind of a saying I posted one time. It says, if you're going to take advice, you better make sure you're taking advice from people that are actually doing it and practicing it, right? Like that's kind of, yeah.
Absolutely. I want to know, I'm going to interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Wants to know on this subject, we were talking a little bit about martial arts, and he wants to know what is your martial arts?
I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I have brown belt. Grappling. I'm a grappler. You can go to my profile. I have all my info there. Yeah.
I was going to say, check that out. I mean, on Instagram as well. You'll see a lot of pictures where he's holding belts, where he's won his championships, big old smiles on his face. He doesn't talk about that very much.
Yeah.
Check him out, man. He's a humble man, but he's out there doing it every day, out there, trying to get that knee back in shape so he can go after and keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, grappling. So I have many years of training. But we talked about this. One of the things I tell people is that I in my martial arts career, something like career, if I don't consider it a career. I'm not making, I'm not, but you know, I was that guy that went and competed. And I've always competed where I've always gotten second places, third places. Maybe I didn't do well. Because, you know, there's guys that are doing it full all the time, right? They're all the time. That's their life, right? I myself have to have a family. I have to be smart about training, take care of myself. So yeah, I jump in, and as I got older, I got harder and harder and harder because these guys got better and better and better. But I was just right behind. And then I told myself, I said, I'll go back to the stories. You know, I committed myself. I said, you know what? I need to take this to a different level. It's time for me. So I was dieting, working out, exercising, not, you know, doing all the things, getting ready to compete, and because I'll have to go in the higher divisions, right? The expert divisions. So I had to surround myself with strong people. So I have a team where we have, you know, I'd make sure I have this conversation with them. I said, this is what I want to do. I need your guys' help. And they were all, and you'd be surprised that the support was there, the encouragement was there. And we just did it. And for 2 years, I won my tournaments. And I won the expert tournaments, and it was awesome. And there were some sacrifices. Yeah, there were some sacrifices. The body, you know, all that stuff. But was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. We talked to Matt about that. And I said, Matt, and I don't know if you want to go into your conversation, but there are some sacrifices that you have to make, right? You have time and all that to get to the next level. And man, I'm telling you, Matt I'm so proud of him, man, because you have gotten to the next, you're getting there, and you're at a speed or rate. I'm like, wow, like this guy, I'm like, I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. If not, maybe we'll leave it for later, but there's some really awesome.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. We'll leave.
I had somebody reach out to me yesterday, and I had a Zoom conference with some organizations in town, and it has to do with the group that I did. And I'm going to leave it a little bit of a dangling carrot there, because I really want to present what's happening properly.
Sure.
Tell you really what's going on. So that's going to happen really soon. And, you know, I think my biggest WTF out of all of this is I should have been doing this years ago.
Yeah.
I in front of a camera is no big deal. Talking in front of a camera. But all the other little things that I do every day, I wish I would have been doing those 3 years ago. And yeah, I encourage you all, watch me. Watch what I'm doing. And I'm not terribly organized yet, but I'm systemizing everything that I'm doing, whether it's my Monday motivations, in my group, I post my Wednesday shout outs. I do my show here with Ben every morning. The consistency matters, because when you're doing those things, it's going to propel you forward. It's like putting a foot on that gas pedal. Every time you do that consistent task, you're going to propel yourself to that next task.
Sure.
And if you are trying to keep score, you're going to lose. Stop keeping score. Don't do it for any other reason than to do the action. If you're going to make the post, don't make the post with the intent of how many likes I'm going to get, how many comments I'm going to get. Yes, that's always a concern, because you want to have engagement. But don't do it for that reason, and don't have that expectation. Put the information out and just start doing it, because it takes months and months before it really starts to really catch hold. And I don't want to do that to discourage you. I'm doing that to encourage you, to let you know I've been doing it. I've been pushing it. At times it's like, man, I want to quit. I'm never going to quit. I just don't have quit in me. But that's what I need you to have, and I don't want you to keep doing it and just stop and go, it doesn't work.
Sure.
I had the WTF Wednesday a long time ago, where I let my websites go, and I look back on it every once in a while in the Wayback Machine. I want to shed a little tear of where I could be. So take that little bit of advice of my WTF Wednesday along with what's Ben saying as well.
You know, that's great advice, man. That's a great advice. And then there's a thing where I was listening to a webcast last night with another trainer. We talked about attention versus production, right? There's a difference, right? Yes, we want the attention, but your production has to be higher, right? Yeah, the attention. Yeah. So, and it's the same thing with when you're out there, and the same thing with you. You just have to. That's kind of I'll stick with that. it's okay to have the attention, but you got to have the production, and that's where you need to be at, you know. So don't waste your time, you know, trying to post stuff it takes time, man. You got to learn it first, and then eventually you get there. You'll get there. So
people, and I'm still doing my copy, and I'm still trying things, and Ben's stretching me on that and trying to stretch my skills, and what I mean by stretching is I'm out of my comfort zone. So now I like to stretch. Stretching is good for me, and that's what I like, and I encourage you to do that as well. So practice, watch people that are doing these things, that are doing it every day, and just take one little piece, because it's a lot. It's a little piece, and just start mastering that one little thing. I started with my motivations a long time ago, and now I'm on autopilot with that. And it's super easy for me to do, and it's just natural. Okay, I add another piece and add another piece. So, God, what a great day today, man.
It's a good day, man. Good day. We want to invite. I want to give the invitation to you, for everybody, to if you want to do a one-on-one live with Maddie, you know, give him a DM. Give me a DM. We'll set times. My schedule is filling up. I'm only doing one a day. That's my goal. So one a day. I'm doing one a day. But talk to Maddie. Send him a DM. Schedule a one-on-one conversation so you can practice the powerful tool of Facebook Live guest. So you can just have a conversation and practice. We had an awesome result with Ariel. We got him in, and boom, he's doing one-on-one lives.
Yep.
So the views on it, the conversations, people really enjoy the what's happening. So don't get caught up in how I look or man. I'm telling you, it's more. It doesn't matter. I mean, I understand, ladies. You have to look beautiful and lipstick and. Okay, look, I specifically do these kind of with the hat and everything. And yesterday I combed my hair. I know, if you saw me, I combed my hair on the last one.
Right, nice.
But the thing is, though, like, you know, we want you to, we're fine. Set your schedule and set up a time, and then get ready. Fine, but come on, and time is important, guys.
Come on with lipstick one time, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You want to look at me with blue or your red lipstick and whatever.
Yeah.
What I look like. People get to know you anyway, and obviously present yourself well. Let me qualify that a little bit. I'm being a little facetious, but you know what I mean. It's the information. You bring people value. I don't care really what you look like. Shut the camera off, because usually on lives anyway, I'll set my phone down. I'm not looking at you anyway. I want to listen to you.
Exactly.
I want to listen. That's what's more.
Yeah, so give us a DM, and let's set up a time, and then let's have a conversation.
I'm looking forward to that. Catch us on YouTube, by the way. Every episode I'm doing, I'm posting it on YouTube every night at 10 p.m. We're also available on podcasts. I love the podcast, so I went ahead and started an Anchor.fm. You can find us there as well. DM me, DM Ben. Connect with us. Let us know what struggles you're having or what successes you're having, because we'd like to cheer you on for those as well. All right, tomorrow is Lead Generation Thursday. We're going to have a great conversation about lead generation. If you have some suggestions or things there, we'd love to have you on that. And of course, we have our Friday open mic. I haven't talked about Ben, talk about what I want to do yet for this Friday with Ben, but I'm going to do something a little different, okay? So stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to announce it right at the beginning of the episode, how we're going to handle the open mic for Friday. All right, everybody? Have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for sharing a half hour of your time with us this morning. And as always, Ben, slay the day.
Slay the day, yo.